sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, and I am a sports betting market analyst with OddsJam. And OddsJam.com is a betting tool that helps you identify and use market analytics to bet like a sharp. And today we're going to talk about FanDuel and opening up an account at FanDuel. If you're just getting started and kind of new, get your account at FanDuel Sportsbook opened up, learn how to fund it, learn how to take advantage of the promos, learn how to play simple wagers, learn how to cash out, and move forward from there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about FanDuel, get you opened up, get you rolling, and let's start right now.
All right, sports bettors, here we are at the homepage of FanDuel.com. And as you can see here on the homepage, they offer a lot more than just a sports book. Of course, they started off with the fantasy part, do allow horse racing in the casino, but definitely a lot going on here. And as we scroll down, you can see the states that are actively available in a regulated sector, I guess, of sports betting. So if you're in one of these states here, the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Colorado, Illinois, Tennessee, Iowa, Virginia, Michigan, Arizona, Connecticut, Louisiana, and Wyoming, then you're good to go to join the sports book. And so this is what's going to happen when you join. I want to basically walk you through the enrollment, how you get started, how you get funded, and how you place a simple, easy bet, how you cash out your bet, and just give you all you need to know as you get your account opened up and started. And of course, we're going to have links below here at OddsJam to help you get that done. So just want to give you a quick overview of the homepage, but again, what you'll do is when you come to this join sportsbook, you're going to see a couple of things and give you a couple of expectations here to be aware of as you open up and enroll. And so we'll go through that next. Okay, right out of the gate, of course, you're going to be choose a state that you're in. Now, this is where I want to remind you that if, let's say, for example, you're down in Phoenix for a vacation, you can sign up and take advantage of the promos and all the FanDuel opportunities that they have. You open up an Arizona FanDuel account. Let's say you go on to Chicago and go in for a little vacation, catch a Cubs game at Wrigley and hit the Illinois FanDuel. You can do that. You can actually enroll in each one of these states, take advantage of the promotions. And if you're traveling back and forth, let's say you're in New York, New Jersey, you're going back and forth, you can have two separate FanDuel accounts, and something that we've talked about in previous videos. And I know Alex has done a great job at OddsJam of showing you how you can travel and do different things with different sports books at different sites. So I'm actually in Colorado, so I'm going to hit this one here, and it's going to open up the enrollment page, and it's to be a quick, easy fill out that we'll show you next. Okay, as I mentioned, there's a quick, easy enrollment, kind of a sign-up page here. You pick your username and your password, of course, your email. I want to point out this is where you can take advantage of the $200 in free bets instantly after placing your first bet of at least $5. So when we show you how to get funded, get your account funded. There's a couple different ways to get that funded. It's very easy, very quick, happens pretty much instantaneously. You can quickly and easily take advantage of this $200 in free bets as you are a new customer, new client on this particular link with FanDuel. So make sure you take advantage of that. That's an absolute no-brainer. And then in conjunction, using OddsJam to help you identify some positive EV bets to combine with that $200 in free bets is really the way to go. So after you enroll, it's going to get your account opened up, and that's where we'll move to the next step. Now, I'm going to show you that this is going to go through a kind of a geo-tracking type of situation where it's going to make sure that you're in and securely located in the state that you identified. So it's going to track this, whether it's your smartphone or your laptop or PC. So just make sure you're aware that if you say you're in Colorado and you signed up in Colorado and you're actually in New Mexico, no bueno, it's not going to work. So just be very aware that it's going to track you and identify that you're at the geolocation you say you are. Okay, so as you get logged in and after you enrolled, you're logged in. This is the part I wanted to make sure you were aware of and you saw, because on your laptop or your PC, you're going to see a download plugin. So you'll simply hit this. You'll download the plugin. It takes a couple of minutes. Very normal, very common. And just wanted you to understand that that's kind of the process of how this works when you're on your laptop or your PC at home. Now, on your cell phone, of course, it's going to track you, tracking through that. But just to be aware that it's going to download, take 1 minute, and it kind of shows you how this works. And it's very normal. But again, we're going to deposit and add some funds next here. So we'll hit this deposit button, the green button, upper right-hand corner to put some funds in. And basically, you have options and choices of how you can deposit funds, and could go from there. All right, so here we go at the Add Funds page. Very simple, very easy. You have online banking, debit card, credit card, Venmo, PayPal, wire transfer. all kinds of options here. A lot of these, I haven't even used myself just because typically it's so easy just to go through the online banking part through Plaid. If you're familiar with that, you've probably connected a lot of accounts through your normal online banking to, pay your utility bill, phone bill, things like that. It's that easy, that simple just to get connected. And that way, when you want to cash out later, it goes right back to the same account. So you can see here, we've got some that set up already, but again, it takes you a minute or two to get that going, and then you can immediately fund your account. So let's move on to the fun stuff, which is wagering. Okay, so here we are at the home page, and want to just, of course, show you first on the left-hand side as you scroll down, you have some choices and options. Very easy to identify the live now betting. So as soon as these games get started, they're going to open up the opportunity for you to do live wagering or in-game betting, which is very, very fun. Certainly you can use the OddsJam tool to help you with that as well, to pick off some value in some of these things. And it's something you have to move very, very quickly with, because obviously the game moves quickly, but in between innings or at different pauses of the game, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, hockey, whatever, you can do a lot of that. So there's your live or in-game betting, and as soon as those games start up, that becomes available. So the next one I want to talk to you about is promos and boosts. And of course, you see a promotions tab here. You also have a lot of your promotions going across the top on a very, very frequent basis. So you can always opt in to these promotions and take advantage of those. Odds boosts, it's something that you can take advantage of as well, as far as, let's say you're get a game at your minus 120 and they're offering a boost of say 20 cents. Well, you get that game now at plus 100 versus minus 120, so you can get some nice boosts for your games as you wager them as well. So again, just different options and choices here into the various sports, and you hit the promotions tab here, or go into them up here to take advantage of those. This is nice. Under your My Bets tab, it's not going to show anything now, because we don't have any games that we've selected yet, but it keeps track of all your wagers as you go through the day, and that's kind of handy when you get several going at a time. You kind of forget, what bet you had, and you can look back and go, oh, I guess I had Cincinnati. Cool, okay. But it helps you keep track of your wagers and keeps track of the information as you input it in your bet slip. So, of course, here's your MLB games we have going on for this particular day. Here's your spread or run line, which basically means that Cincinnati has to win here by minus 1.5 runs, so they need to win by 2 runs or more, but that pays plus 146. That's sort of the baseball's version of point spread. Also, NHL is that's kind of the same version of point spread, because it's very difficult, obviously, with the scoring in NHL and baseball. But here you have money line. Now, money line, obviously, just pick a winner, right? Just tell us who's going to win, and you get paid these odds. So if you're taking Cincinnati here at minus 138, the math is such that you have to wager $138 to win 100, or you can wager $13.80 to win 10. You can wager $43.12, but it's going to reverse engineer and calculate your payoff based on those odds. So you don't have to wager 138 to win 100. You don't have to wager $13.80 to win 10, but I'm just telling you that's the math of how that minus 138. And then in conjunction with that, the plus 150. So if you wagered $10, you'd win 15. If you wagered $100, you'd win 150. If you took the Cardinals here at plus 150 on the money line, they have to win the game outright, versus, say, taking the run line at plus 1.5, so they could actually lose the game by 1 run, and you still get paid the minus 178. So that's how run line, money line, it's called puck line in NHL and money line, but that's how that works in those sports. And of course, all over here to the right is the total. You understand the over or the under. So again, if you think this game is going to be over 10 runs scored, you'd have minus 105 odds. If you think it's going to be under, you'd have minus 115 odds. So typically this is a pretty close number, obviously, in the total. They'll just adjust the total up or down to kind of keep this spread here. So minus 128 is pretty heavy juice at under 7.5. So that'll be interesting to see if that game goes under on the Philadelphia-Milwaukee game. But that's how you would read these charts. So let's say just hypothetically you want to put a wager in, and let's say you wanted to, let's just go ahead and take those Cincinnati Reds and throw that game in. So you'd hit the button here. Over here on the right-hand side, you would put in the wager amount. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to put, I'm going to show you how the math works. Let's say you wanted to put in $20. Okay, it's going to show you that you would win $14.49. So, of course, you get your $20 back. You'd have the $14.49 as your profit. Okay, let's say you said, no, you know what, I'm going to do $32. And then, of course, it calculates it based on those odds for you. So you'd win $23.19 in net. Okay, you can piece together and do several different types of bets, whether it's a round robin, a parlay, just all kinds of things. But you can adjust this as you want to going throughout the roster here of games. I typically don't like to accept odds movement. I kind of want to lock in what I have. So this is something you can kind of choose if you want to accept changes or that kind of thing. But again, they're going to ask you to verify your location and place this wager, and away you go. So if you wanted to add another bet, you certainly could. Let's say you wanted to take, just again, randomly bet here. What's a random game? Let's take the Angels. Let's say they're going to get off that losing streak and beat Boston today. You take the Angels. You can place your wager in here. Let's say you wanted to put $50 on the Angels. Yeah, you could. And we'll add them. It's working. It's kind of slow. It's also going to calculate the, 5,000. It's going to calculate that $39.68 win. Let's say you wanted to parlay these two together. You could. Let's say you wanted to put $20 on these two teams parlay. You'd win $41.87 if you parlayed the Reds and the Angels. So those are some basics on how you would place a basic bet, how you place a basic simple wager, and not getting too much into the player props, the alternative lines, and all the other things that are available. We'll show you that real quick next. All right, as I mentioned, I showed you sort of the basic spread, money line, total wagers. If you go into a particular game, let's say you go into this Cardinals-Tampa Bay Rays game, you click on the game, it's going to open up all the markets, all the betting choices, all the options you have to wager on this game. So you can see you have a same game parlay. Sometimes you see SGP, that same game parlay. You can do wagers based on per innings. First half is typically the first 5 innings of the games. Hits and runs, alternative lines and runs. I use this quite a bit, the alternative lines and runs, because it's a very, very cool thing to use, and find some good value occasionally in this, because it can set the line where you want it. Let's say you want to do an alternative total. You can choose a different number, and you can kind of go with what you think is good value. Let's say you want to get over 6.5, that's -132. Okay, that's how you would sort of adjust things to where you want to, and get a broader variety of wagers to take advantage of. So that's the alternative line. So all of those things are right here under the tabs in the game once you click into it. So that's how you would reach that. So last thing we're going to do here, guys, real quick, is just to show you how to extract your funds out and cash out after you've won your money, and that'll wrap it up. All right, last little piece here, really easy. You hit the balance button. You're going to hit withdraw funds, and you're going to put in the amount that you want to take out. You simply hit this button, withdraw, and away you go. I have seen this take a matter of just same day, and sometimes next day. Sometimes I think they will say it can be 3 to 5 days. Once again, depending on how you deposited your funds, depending on how you what source or what resource you use to deposit your funds. Again, the online banking thing I think is very, very quick, very, very painless, and it happens very, very quick on both deposits and payouts. So I'd recommend going that route if you can. If you can't, I totally understand, but that's something that's worked really, really well, and FanDuel's done a great job getting the payouts very, very quickly. So we appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope this helps you can get your account open up and started. Again, we have links below. If you have questions, let us know below, and I'll be happy to help you get your FanDuel Sportsbook account opened up. And as always, check out OddsJam and oddsjam.com. We teach you how to bet like a sharp.